All right, Robin Rich is back. Looking at Oklo again, my favorite stock that I missed out on, to be honest. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get any shares in the seven, the sixes, and the eights. Now we're sitting at 18 and a half, right? So I just want to take a look. We're going to take a look at the website, kind of look at some articles, see what's going on with the Trump administration, and kind of just generally talk about what's going on with this company and maybe the future of energy. Pretty basic, standard presentation here. Not going to get too deep into the financials. It's such a risky stock at this point that really the financials aren't really that important. They have enough money, they have the right people. So those things are good. The foundation is there. They're not making any money at this point. They haven't built anything at this point. They're just getting contracts like promissory notes that we will build. So we're just taking a look. So $18.50 today, doing pretty, it's okay. We're down overall on the week. So we're just kind of waiting to see what happens here. Let's go over to the website. There we are. Oklo website, nice little website, nice little building here. I was just taking a look here actually. They've got some added features I haven't seen in a while. So Oklo is designing and deploying advanced fission power plants to provide clean energy, reliable, affordable energy. So looking here, going to energy, they have this new Aurora powerhouse, and it's powered by Gensler, which I thought was kind of funny if you know who Gary Gensler is. But anyways, let's take a look here. We're going to take a look at this presentation. It's like a 3D representation of what it might look like, right? So we have the power plant. We have some foundational wall here with some rocks, and it looks like this walkway is made out of cork. But regardless, we can click on the little dots. Maybe we get over to the EV powering or something like that. So there we are. We got our EV cars, Tesla there, and a few others. Nothing specific. And a nice little entryway to this Oklo. I mean, this does not look like a power plant. It doesn't look like a nuclear reactor of any sorts. And, this looks pretty nice. In fact, I wouldn't mind working there. If you take a look around there, you've got the little, you can go out on a little hike even. That would be a nice lunch break. Getting in deeper, let's take a look. The Oklo 2 powerhouse. So, I guess we're just going up the stairs at this point. All right, thank you very much. Continue our way up. Okay, we're inside finally. We're hanging out. I mean, this is just, wouldn't it be kind of weird to be chilling, like trading stocks, and maybe on this couch over here and a nuclear power plant is underneath your feet? It just seems like, I think that's kind of the whole point, is to make it seem like it's not as dangerous. Um, and I mean, it's probably pretty safe. I mean, it's going to be safe. I understand. It's going to be safe. It's going to be nice. It just seems a little weird at first, maybe like the first time the airplane was invented and people were flying. It just didn't seem right. So let's keep going in here. Nice little 3D representation. So looks like we're now getting into the power plant type structure. I don't know if this is a turbine here. My guess is it's a turbine. It looks like it might be. I don't know if that's where we came from. Let's see, a lot to click on. So let's see. Yeah, we went all the way in. So we started here and went all the way in. Um, Kind of leaves a lot to be desired, to be honest. I was hoping we would see more than that. So that's okay, I guess. Let's click at this house and see where we go next. Okay, back home. Anyways, nice little presentation. I give them that. Like we're talking about, we're at $18.45. Just kind of look over this. I mean, the last 3 months, everything has kind of been pumping if it's been speculative. Rocket Lab, Oklo, all the SMRs. Um, so, what we're trying to look at here is where exactly would it be interesting to maybe get back in? So, I'm not going to do a bunch of technical analysis on this. It doesn't really do much. We're going to look at very simply like supply and demand resistance. That's it. So coming back when it started, $10, we can see we got a high here of 16, another high of 18, and then we've got a long time of just going sideways and lower, right? $6 and what? 21 cents. All I'm really going to do is I'm going to start setting alerts for this. And when it starts breaking these lows, see here, we got a low of 18. We've got another low of about 18. We've got another 18. So these 18s I want to know about. And I had one today. In fact, it went off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to 17 and a half. That way I know it's broken because it's dabbled on it. It's dabbled. And that's, it's hit it a few times. That's okay. And then I'm looking at this because 15, we'll call it 16 and 16. So this level is something as well. So if we break below 16, I'd like to know about that too. So we're going to say 15 and a half. Save that. I want to be alerted on these things. Now, another way I could do it is you could trade it. You could do a buy order, and then you could say a limit order, and you could say, I want it to be, like the last one was 15 and a half. And you would say, maybe you would buy at 18, you would say, I'll buy 100 shares. And then when it goes below, it goes to 16, I'll buy 200 shares. And then as it goes lower and lower, you buy more and more. Because you're thinking the lower it goes, the better the price, the more applicable it is that it'll reverse. And so the lower it goes, actually, the more you buy. That's kind of the thought process there. Anyways, moving on. I'm just saying that's what I would do, not financial advice, anything towards anybody. I'm just talking. Um, Next, we're looking at the board of directors, right? There are some heavy hitters here. Obviously, we've got some pretty powerful people here, but the person I want to talk about most is Chris Wright. Chris Wright is actually the Secretary of Energy for Donald Trump in the next 4 years, right? He's been big in fracking. He's been big in a lot of energy for pretty much his whole career. But why I'm kind of choosing Oklo over maybe some of the other competitors is that you have Sam Altman, who's the ChatGPT CEO. He's in there. You have this guy who's on the board of, Secretary of Energy for Trump. You have a lot of power in this Oklo house. And I'm just, because it's so speculative, we want to probably, this is really all we have. We have some, news about making promissory notes to people and building these reactors. And then we have basically who's on the board. So looking at this guy, it seems like he's got a connection. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go talk about like what Trump's doing and all this. But this guy is kind of a key, I would say. Looking forward, yeah, I mean, basically just looking at, Donald Trump has made several statements regarding nuclear power, focusing mostly on expanding nuclear energy infrastructure, right? That's what we want to hear in the last 6 months. This isn't like old news. So he's talking about small modular reactors, SMRs. Oklo is that. So are a few other competitors, but Oklo is the one we're talking about. So he's saying that, he's into it. It's something that he's interested in for powering the new industries like AI and cryptocurrency, right? Every time we have these AI questions, every time we're building AI data centers, we need energy. We can't just use gasoline and fossil fuels. We need something probably a little cleaner. And that comes right into Oklo. And is AI going anywhere? I don't think so. And I don't think others do too. So, promises for nuclear power plants, plans for his upcoming administration to build new nuclear power plants, right? And who is the Secretary of Energy, right? Chris Wright. So, we want that. We want that connection. Energy policy for AI, saying that AI is suggesting that America requires twice its current energy capacity to be dominant in AI. Twice. If you think about the amount of energy we consume right now and you want to double that, that is crazy, the amount in nuclear energy playing a significant role right here, right? So then talking about changing the regulatory changes to make it happen, right? So, and then we're going to go ahead and look. We have a few presentations by him.
This plant is making some things that I just got to see, and it's incredible what what you've done, what Gary and the family have done, the level of complexity, the level of detail, the power that we're talking about is incredible. To power our country into the future, including the electricity demands of AI and cryptocurrencies, which is a very big subject. It's coming up more and more, and we have to stay at the top. We want to be right at the forefront. Otherwise, China and other countries will take it over. That's both of them, AI and crypto. We will make a historic commitment to bring in advanced, small, modular nuclear reactors online. Building these massive plants that cost $20 billion and don't even get built like we had recently in a couple of other states. I won't mention the states, but they had 2 plants that got so out of control with cost overruns, massive, massive nuclear plants. Now we're going to do small reactors, small nuclear, we call it. France does that. France does very well with that. They do small, and if they need more, they build a second one, a third one, a fourth one. They hook them up together. With the help of companies like yours, these can be built ultra safe, they're ultra clean, and they're very low cost, but they are absolutely safe.
So there you go. He's talking about building these small modular nuclear reactors, adding more if we need them, easy enough, and providing clean energy, which is great. I just think this is going to happen. There's no doubt. It's actually the way we have to go, because we just cannot sustain the amount of energy we need with burning things. Trump vows to make electricity cheap for hundreds of new power plants and modular nuclear reactors. Right there. What we got here? Trump vows to make electricity cheap with hundreds of new power plants and modular nuclear reactors. Pretty much what I just said. Go again here. Trump vows. I think I just said this 3 times, so let's just get out of that. Let's check out this one. Got another video.
The problem is, so we have to use massive electricity that we don't have, but the environmental impact statements won't allow us to do that. The rules and regulations that we currently have won't allow us to do any of it, not even a tiny fraction of it. But if I'm president, we'll be able to do it. And we'll do it through natural gas, which is clean, and we'll do it through primarily natural gas and nuclear. You know, nuclear now has become very good, very safe, and you build the smaller plants and you attach them. But nuclear is very powerful, very good. The wind doesn't work. It's very expensive, kills the birds, destroys everything around it. It's very, 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 very bad. It's the most expensive energy, wind. And then every 9 years you have to replace the turbines. You know, they're made out of steel and they wear out. But we will create tremendous electricity for our company, for our country, and that will allow AI to compete. And you're right, whoever gets that, it's going to be a big advantage. You know, that's going to be sort of the oil of the future. And we have to be the main player.
I read that.
So there you go. Another great example of Trump saying that, hey, we need more energy than we have right now, right? We need a lot more. In fact, double. Trump says to be a dominant in AI, America requires twice electricity. We've already said this, and I mean, I don't think I have to say it anymore. This is quite obvious at this point. I would like to point out the other SMR is NewScale. Kind of the same situation here. We're getting contracts built. We're getting relationships here. I haven't looked into them deeply. I might do a Oklo versus SMR NewScale comparison. But boy, did we miss out on buying a lot of this NewScale cheap. Look at oh my goodness, $2 at one point. That 21 now. So that is something to watch out for. NewScale, I think they're before Oklo. They're doing the same type of thing. And missing on earnings quite often. Actual earnings have been quite low compared to estimated. So that's it for right now. I just wanted to drop a little video on Oklo. Try and see if we can't get something going here and maybe buy some more shares. Currently, I only have about 6 or 7 shares. That's just how she is. That's how she goes. We got 7 shares here. We're going to keep going on. And like I said, I'll probably do those limit orders. And if you have any questions, drop a comment below. Like and subscribe if you like this, and I'll make more content. Robin Rich is out.